Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey Whitney, I'm Lesli Chaidez.
I'm Eric Kim.
And this is Whitney High School Live. So before we get started with our show, I just wanted to let you guys know that during lunch tomorrow in Miss and Prota's room, there's a VTS meeting for Christmas caroling. We go to a senior center and we sing Christmas carols to them, and it's really cute, so you should check that out. Now we have some announcements from ASB.
What's up, Whitney? My name's Lucy.
I'm Nika.
And I'm Christine. And we are your announcement dream team. Just a reminder that next Monday at 3 to 6 is the Les Mis singing audition in the ASB room, so make sure you guys sign up for that on the Google Docs online. Also, on Tuesday is our dance audition, so make sure you guys are here from 4 to 6.
And then there's still a slot open to play music this Thursday for Tune In Thursday, so if you like to play music, don't forget to fill out a request form.
And now here's Nika Fedorova with your sports report.
What's up, Whitney? I'm Nika, and I'm back at it again with another sports report. Yesterday, your girls varsity tennis won their quarterfinals of CIFs and are now headed to the semifinals tomorrow against Pasadena Westridge. This is the furthest any Whitney team has gone in over a decade, so make sure to congratulate them. Let's get those dubs, Whitney. Back to you, host.
Thank you for that, ASB. Now we have a video brought to us by Jenna Kim and our very own Lesli Chaidez.
Describe the happiest day of your life.
The happiest day of my life would have to be the day I got married. So that would be January 10th, 2004, specifically. My wife was someone that I had liked her in junior high and high school, and I kept trying to ask her out, and it wasn't until college that we finally went out. And so getting married to her was kind of for me, a dream come true, because it's something I'd always envisioned. So I was a nervous wreck, but it was just the most exciting day to actually be able to call her wife. My second favorite day is when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, but I probably should say that my wife was number one.
Okay. Have you ever met a famous person?
Indirectly, I did. My wife and I actually were, when I worked at Carmenita Middle School, we were chaperoning the East Coast trip of 8th graders, and it just so happened that when we had the 8th graders there, also waiting for a plane was Zac Efron. And this was at kind of the height of High School Musical.
Oh my God.
But what was really funny about it is that both my wife and I really didn't know much about High School Musical. I did, because I was around middle school students, but my wife had no idea. So she's getting all of the girls to come back to the gate where we were about to get our flight. And she comes up to me, she's like, "Who was that they were all worried about?" I'm like, "That was Zac Efron." So we didn't have a formal hi or anything like that, but close enough that, it counts.
Okay. If you were to live in any other decade, which one would it be?
For me, I'd definitely pick the 1960s. Big reason is because I'm a huge fan of the Beatles, and that's obviously the height of their fame and when they came out. But I'm also really just fascinated with 1960s America and culture. It's my favorite decade to teach in APUSH, and the civil rights movement and just all the changes that were taking place in society just feels like a great time to be alive, besides just the music.
Me too. Actually, that's my favorite. If you could spend a day with any historical figure, who would it be?
That's a hard one for me because I teach so many historical figures, so it's trying to narrow it down. I'd probably go back to the 60s and I'd kind of want to spend a day with Martin Luther King and Andrew Young and James Bevel and all the people that were part of his inner circle for the civil rights movement during a day that whether it's one of the marches, John Lewis, just whether it's Selma or Montgomery, just a chance to be able to see what it was like in the front lines, to be a part of such a powerful movement that meant so much to so many Americans.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is not that big of a deal, but when I'm at a gas station, people who you're waiting in line for the gas, and people who are slow. I don't I don't understand why it takes people.
Specifically at a gas station?
Yeah, because like I can handle a wait like at a grocery store because, oh, the person has a lot to buy or whatever like that. But for some reason, like a gas station, there's people who like take their time, and I don't understand why. Like I've never thought to myself, you know where I like to relax? The gas station. So it just kind of gets really annoying because usually, you know, when you're in a hurry to like get gas, it's like, can you guys like move quicker? And, like, so yeah, it gets annoying.
What is the funniest thing your kid or kids have ever done?
The funniest thing my kids have done. I have two kids, so I have two stories. With my daughter, it really isn't her. She didn't really do it, but it just so happened that like when she was a baby and we had like a changing table in her room, and you know she had just come out of a bath and we were about to put a diaper on her, and we had just washed the sheet that's on the actual changing table, which for like parents that's like, you know, it's hard to keep clean. We just cleaned it, and my daughter started to go poo, and but out of a reaction, I don't know why, I put out my hand and I caught it in my hand because I didn't want the changing table to get dirty. And my wife from the other room, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Like it was like literally just a like reaction to like keep it clean. So that was, my daughter didn't do it, but it was funny. It's a funny story that we still tell today. With my son, it's actually recent. We were on a vacation this summer, and we were at a hotel, and we were at breakfast, and you had to go in and out of the breakfast room to where we were sitting on the patio. And my son was standing with his plate at the door for the longest time. It was one of those like sliding glass doors. He didn't realize that it was open. He was like looking for the handle to open it, and he was standing there with the plate the longest time. And we said, what are you doing? He's all like, how do you open this door? Like, just walk through, it's not closed. And so it's kind of like one of those stories that we've had that, you know, we kind of remember every now and then to poke fun of him a little bit.
So there's also a rap club meeting tomorrow during lunch in Mr. Wallace's room, so make sure to go out to that.
And that's all we have for our show today. See you tomorrow.
Open up your eyes.